I'm sure that you may have noticed how life has a way of throwing surprises at us. And sometimes those surprises are good. And some, well, let's just say we could do without them. In all of this though, there is some really, really good news. That good news is this, that God shows up in the ordinary, usually before he works in the extraordinary. So what am I talking about today? God meets us in the ordinary. He's looking for ordinary, everyday people doing ordinary, everyday things, like just living an ordinary life. Think about it. Moses, well, he was out looking after his father-in-law's sheep when he came across a burning bush. The bush was on fire, but it was not being consumed. I think that would catch our attention as well. God was speaking to him through that bush. David was visiting his brothers out on the battlefield, taking a few goodies to them as a way to encourage them and express the appreciation of the family. God worked through him in a unique way. James and John, they were repairing nets, which was one of those jobs that just had to be done. It was never finished. It was time-consuming, laborious and necessary. That is, if you wanted to catch fish. Those people whom I have mentioned, they were not doing anything glamorous or exciting. They were simply living life, involved in we may call it the mundane, ordinary tasks in life that needed to be done. And into that ordinary moment comes God. He stepped into their lives and changed their future. Now, it might be that today feels pretty ordinary for you. Routine, repetitive, and you're doing something that just has to be done. It may even be a bit dull, and some might say boring, although that word is banned in our home. Now, let's never fall into the ruse of thinking that ordinary is mundane and empty. It's not. God often begins his greatest work in what we see as simple, everyday events that are otherwise small and ordinary moments. If we watch, we listen, and we expect, God will surprise us in unimaginable ways. In 1 Corinthians 16, verse 13, we read, "Always be on guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong." God rarely uses a big platform. Rather, he's looking for people with hearts which are longing to hear his word for them. God will find us and then speak to us in and through the ordinary events of life, if we are listening. That's worth thinking about. Have a great week, and may God richly bless you.